Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 3 on slavery. So we're going to continue our understanding of the term slavery, and you're going to look more into the Atlantic slave triangle and what happened to them when they arrived in the Americas. So any vocabulary you don't understand, do what you would do in class, make a note of it, check the online dictionary. However, some of Equiano's autobiography is quite old-fashioned, partly because it was written 200 years ago. So if you're not sure of what something means, pop a note onto Seesaw and one of us will pick it up and try and explain it the best we can. Okay, so this is a diagram of the Brooks slave ship. As you can see, there are 2 layers. Women, boys and men were split so that they were in separate areas. However, if you look, they are crammed in, lying side by side. They were placed on shelves, they were put between beams. They had very little, if no room to move whatsoever. And they were all chained together. So if you think back to the lesson yesterday, and I asked you to look at the term inhumane, does this look inhumane to you? Is it what you would expect if you were traveling on a ship for 6 weeks or longer? Okay, so have a think about that. All right, on this slide, there is a clip I'd like you to watch, BBC Bitesize, and then I'd like you to read Equiano's extract 2 from his autobiography. Okay, so pause the video now and do those 2 activities. Life as a slave. So when they got to America, slaves were put to auction, and the person who bid the most money would get them. Okay, so there were several jobs that they could do. The majority of slaves did backbreaking manual labour on the farms, the mines, and the plantations. However, the job that they all wanted to get was that of a house slave. Once they arrived in America, they only actually lived about 8 years because the work was so difficult and their life conditions were horrific. Okay, and only a few managed to escape or actually bought their freedom. So they would be herded like cattle into this auction, and the slave traders would try to make the slaves appear healthy and obedient. So if they were covered in bruises or cuts and sores, they would be scrubbed clean, and then tar would be put over the sores. And if the slaves were misbehaving, if they were being a little bit unruly, the traders would give them alcohol, which would calm them down and subdue them, so that people that wanted to buy them would think, oh yeah, that's a good slave, they're doing what they're told, they look nice and healthy. So I want you to pause at this, and I would like you to watch this BBC Bitesize clip on auctions and see what happened there. Take notes and make notes, because at the end of this, the task will be to write a diary entry. Now I'm going to have to pause this video here, and there will be a second part of it with your task on it to follow. Okay,